Did you know that it's legal for the government to steal? That's the simplest description of an actual law known as civil asset forfeiture. It lets prosecutors take permanent ownership of a person's property without having to charge them with, let alone convict them of a crime. Now, we live in a system where people are theoretically presumed innocent until they're proven guilty, but this process allows the government to treat your property differently, often assuming it is guilty until you can prove it innocent of being connected to a crime. This awkward arrangement means that the state isn't prosecuting you, but your stuff. It leads to court cases like the state of Utah versus $500, or the state of Utah versus a 2007 black Mazda. Around the country, forfeiture has become so lucrative for government agencies that, according to the Washington Post, prosecutors now take more property from people than burglars do. Focusing on the property rather than the person creates a perverse incentive for prosecutors. Rather than focusing on building evidence of a crime and punishing the perpetrator, prosecutors and police become motivated by money.
Are there any large sums of money over $5,000 in cash in the vehicle? How much money you got?
Are any large amounts of U.S. currency in there?
I'll take whatever cash you got in there, and is that a Slurpee in the cup holder? What flavour? Grape? Never mind. Do you know what? I will take it. I'll take it.
In many cases, no criminal charges are filed against the property owner at all. When they are filed, prosecutors often agree to drop the criminal charges if the person allows the government to keep the seized property. That's not justice, it's corruption. Libertas Institute has been fighting civil asset forfeiture in Utah for several years, starting with our investigative report in 2013 showing that the Attorney General's office deceived the entire legislature into passing a law that undermined property rights and due process, thereby making it easier for prosecutors to forfeit property. Since that time, police and prosecutors have teamed up to fight our reform effort and preserve the status quo. 2 years ago, we proposed a change in the law requiring the government to furnish detailed information about each forfeiture. That proposal became law, and earlier this year we gained our first glimpse into how forfeiture is working in Utah. The results are perhaps unsurprising, though certainly alarming. 98% of forfeitures were for alleged drug offenses, almost every single one, and 86% of the property taken was cash. The average amount was just above $1,300. Now imagine if you had $1,000 taken by the government due to its belief that you were going to buy drugs, even though you weren't. Would you pay a lawyer $5,000 to fight the forfeiture in hopes of reclaiming only $1,000? Clearly not. This explains why most forfeitures in Utah are not contested. Most people simply walk away and let the government keep the property. Crime shouldn't pay, it's true, but there's another type of forfeiture, criminal forfeiture, which lets the government take property from convicted criminals. Those who are presumed innocent should not have their property permanently taken by the government until they're proven guilty.
Rough night, huh? Well, it's about to get a lot rougher. What's $2,500 in cash doing hanging out in somebody's glove box, huh? Answer me.
Civil asset forfeiture needs to be reformed in Utah. Unfortunately, our tax dollars are funding those who are fighting against that reform: the Attorney General's office, police chiefs, sheriffs, county prosecutors, and more. Innocent until proven guilty. It's a bedrock American principle, one that civil asset forfeiture violates. It's time to put a stop to legalized theft. For Libertas Institute, I'm Connor Boyack.